Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Stanford Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this game off. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over them.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, Give on the inside. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Rides the back on the option, the Give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass. quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Trying to barge in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Powers forward. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Gobranson. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They'll ride Davis here. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Might as well give it to him again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Gulbranson. Finds his tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
He'll throw it. Got the back over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Freeman. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to exit.
Spins away from Watt. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The Cardinal come to the line, facing 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Gulbranson. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? There he goes! And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Nice move. Create some space. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open, nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly, nice accurate pitch out in front of him, easy catch, and then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch man, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The give to the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
Gets it out fast. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They're going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. To the air, it's Gobranza. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
To the air, it's Gulbranson. Got it in the middle, it's Hall.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Spinderella. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, they'll go to the air. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he added the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Looking to pass. It's go Branson. Trying to burn this defensive back. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Davis. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll just down it right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They go right back to him. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Gets the back moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Voorhees. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Oh, they're after him. Keeps it going. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw here, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Back to throw. It's Gulbranson. Unloads it left. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
He drops the throw.
Guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Handoff from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. The inside handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, you can tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical.
Turning it on! He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Brown will throw it. Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Ellison. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit.
Touchdown, Cougar! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Flips it out to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. 3rd down coming up after that completion. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throwing right. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Voorhees. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington State going quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll toss it. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Here we go. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
It'll be a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Punt is in the air. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
That's caught. It's Page. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Washington State going back to work on first down. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman. Doesn't quite make it to the first down, partner. He's a yard short. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job.